Star Ocean, Integrity and Faithlessness on the PS4. This is not a research stream. I guess we're sort of starting in medias res here. Previously on Star Ocean, Integrity and Faithlessness, well, let's just pretend that there was a prologue that I didn't record. I recorded a bunch of footage without my commentary just to see how the pacing of the game kind of goes. I blazed through it because I wanted to see where the game let me go in the first hour and a half, I want to say. 2 hours I've been playing this game. This one is a bit of a deflator for me. Your boy I've played every Star Ocean sequel, I should mention this. So, just so you know where I'm coming from, I have played every Star Ocean game since the PS1 game. I've not played the Super Famicom original. I did not play the PSP remake. That's one of the last Super NES games that ever came out, one of the last Super Famicom games that ever came out, and it's one of the largest cartridges. I'll talk more about that later. The point is, I've played more than enough Star Ocean to know how... I know the difference between a good Star Ocean and bad Star Ocean. There's a lot of bad Star Ocean, let's be honest. I got plenty of videos on my channel about the good Star Ocean game I played, the really good one. The Last Hope International, the PS3 version, has videos on this channel. I even did some tutorial videos on the combat, because I was reasonably impressed by it. This is nowhere on that level so far. And you'll see why once we actually get into some fighting, because it's been a problem. Let's see. Well, we did all of this. Don't worry so much about it, because this is where we started the game. Near the training hall in the seaside village of Sithal. Anyway. After training, the two men patrol the village. After the two men wish to adventure, they spot Miki, another childhood friend of theirs. She appears to be investigating something in the distance. Fidel persuades the others that pursuing the figures will only make things worse. Let's report their findings to the mayor. Fidel goes to the mayor. 3 days have passed since the scouts were discovered. Brothers have been preparing for battle ever since. Flaming arrows ignite nearby buildings. Battle rages on. We fight together. The village survives for now. It's only a matter of time before the next raid. Fidel decides to journey to the capital, petition the king for reinforcements. After a bittersweet send-off, Fidel embarks on his quest. So basically, the dude who was fighting alongside me at the beginning of the game is no longer here. Don't worry about that. That was basically just wandering around. Yeah, I guess if you want to see it, I'll create a separate video where I just get us to this point. We basically just started the game. All that prologue's not going to be terribly meaningful. The game throws a lot of tutorial crap at you. Literally what it does is that every 5 minutes or so, the game will take you to a point where you can watch a bunch of glossary entries like this. This is what the game throws at you right off the bat. Would you like to see the tutorial? Well, it tells you how to do all this stuff. Dash by holding down. That's when moving in the open world, so we'll worry about that later. Got the camera. Press the R3 button to reset the angle behind your character while you're exploring the world. The exploration-based camera is not the problem here. In fact, I'll go on the record as saying that this game probably... Okay, let me dial back here. Last Hope, I felt, had more complex and detailed graphics in the overworld. But that was a game where you hopped into a battle arena to take on fights. This entire game is supposed to be 60 FPS, and I would say they hit it. Most of the time the game seems to be at 60 FPS, but they really dialed back on the ambition when it came to the detail and the environments. And unlike the other Star Ocean games where you're wandering around and then you get into a fight and then you're sent to a battle arena, which is entirely disconnected from the environment where you're wandering around, there's a battle screen and an overworld screen in the other Star Ocean games. In this game, it is entirely contained within the open world. Although there are little circles, like in Xenoblade Chronicles, where if you get into a fight, you can go to the perimeter of the battle and then run away. That's how you run away in this game. But everything is within the open world. So there are no more separate arenas. There are no more arenas that are separate from the open world. As you wander around, you see enemies, and if you initiate combat with them, you start a fight within that open world. So you'll be able to see that in a second. Attacking. You got 2 attack buttons, strong and weak. We'll talk about this a bit later, but basically all I've been doing is mashing on buttons. I guess special attacks will appear later. I haven't needed them. Press square during the battle to guard against weak attacks. That's reducing damage you receive from them. When guarding, you can also sidestep your target by pushing the left stick in the direction you want to evade, so it's basically a dodge roll. The interplay between weak attacks, strong attacks, and guarding is similar to rock, paper, scissors. Weak attacks interrupt strong attacks can break enemy guards, guarding can stop weak attacks and lead to counterattacks. The game highly encourages you to use these counterattacks. Press square at the right time after guarding against a weak attack to launch a counterattack against that enemy. Not only will a counterattack damage your foe, it will also cause it to flinch and interrupt whatever action it was about to perform. Try to launch counterattacks as much as possible to make battles easier. Right now, again, the game is pretty simplistic. It wants you to mash on buttons. If there's a strategy to it, I haven't needed it, but eventually, as we go about an hour into the game, enemies get harder, you need to level up. We're going to level up... let me put it this way. We're going to level up by growing our party a bit, because we only have one person here now. We're going to add more characters very shortly. We'll rush through that, and then when we get to when our party is full size, then we'll end the video. Okay, battle skills and powerful abilities might be used by expending MP. There are two categories of battle skills: special arts and synergy. Synergy is sorceress, while special arts are physical. Wow. Highfalutin words there. Hold down cross or circle to attack the enemy you're targeting with the skill you map to that button. By the way, where's that mentioned? Where's the targeting bit? There it is. Sorry about that. Press either attack. Let's see. Here we go. Wait a minute. There we go. Next page. Depending on your characters, just from the targets, there are long-range attacks and short-range attacks. So if you're far away from the enemy you've targeted, you'll basically run up to them, or you might have a projectile attack. Depends on who you're using. When multiple valid targets exist and your targeting type is set to manual, you can press either L1 or R1 to switch between targets. Again, in combat, it gets a lot more complicated because the camera, my god, the freaking camera. We'll talk about the camera in a second once we actually get into some fights. Because all this stuff you're reading about here sounds interesting, and in a regular Star Ocean game, it would be fine. But because the camera is such a freaking mess, everything we're going to do here with respect to attacking and targeting is going to be a bit of a problem. You can also lock onto targets by holding down L1 or R1. That might be a way to wrangle the camera. We'll see. We'll try, but I've not had much luck trying to wrangle this camera, and it's made combat really, really, really janky. Which Star Ocean combat almost always is. Last Hope got out of that by sort of cleaning up the whole battle arena by making the camera adjustable and not having it jump around all the time. It was basically almost always at a top-down view. It was manageable. Here you got more of a ground level view, and the camera's constantly circling around the character. You'll see what I'm talking about once I finally get to some fighting. Attack affinities. For enemies unleash strong attacks, and R will appeal around them. That's how they telegraph. Once you see this, use a weak attack to disrupt them and swing the tide of battle in your favor. So what it basically means is mash on the weak attack button. You can make it more complicated if you want. That seems to be the most important thing. Maybe later it becomes more important. Press the square button at the right time, guarding against... By the way, this game has real-time attack, real-time combat. So again, this is... You've played other Star Ocean games, you know what I'm talking about. This isn't like Star Ocean 2 where you can switch between turn-based and real-time. This is all real-time. Like the Tales games, if you remember those. If you played a few of those. Not only will it counterattack damage your foe, also it'll cause it to flinch and interrupt whatever action it was about to perform. Try to launch counterattacks as much as possible to make it easier. I've already gone over that. Battle skills mapped to X will be a weaker attack, while the one corresponding to circle will be more damaging. However, both are still beholden to attack affinities, the rock, paper, scissors system we just mentioned. As strong attacks inflict more damage than weak ones, they cost more MP to use. As a note, synergy does not deal damage. That does not deal damage will not increase in potency, even if mapped to the strong attack button. Fine. You may map battle skills to certain buttons by selecting the set battle skills section of either menu. We'll do that later. They include short-range weak attacks, short-range strong attacks, long-range weak attacks, and long-range strong attacks. Fine. This is going to be important. You switch between characters during battle by pressing left or right. Once you change characters, the one you were previously controlling will perform actions automatically in accordance with the game's AI. For the most part, it doesn't seem to be that troublesome. But characters will our mage character Miki will overuse magic once in a while. I'm not gonna cost an energy. I'll just call it magic. So she'll run out of MP unless you manage her AI a bit. You can set the AI mode for characters you do not control to one of the following options: auto, manual, which means they're not going to do anything unless you tell them to, which is bizarre. Why would you ever do that? But if you want a challenge, you can play single player party mode, I guess. You can toggle this setting for each character by pressing up or down while you control that character. The default setting is auto. Every time a battle concludes, you'll automatically take control of Fidel, even if he's dead, by the way, regardless of who you were controlling in battle. Once a new battle begins, however, you will immediately resume control of the character you were using at the conclusion of the last encounter. What matters is that if Fidel dies during a fight, you will be forced to use another character, but as soon as the battle ends, you can still run around the map with Fidel. I don't know what that means necessarily in terms of strategy, but it might be interesting to note that you're always going to have Fidel with you if you're wandering around the map. Of course, that also means he's probably never going to die in the game, so spoiler alert. Of course, people will leave your battles pretty often. Battle menu. Press triangle during the battle to bring up the battle menu, which contains various options that will aid you in your martial endeavors. As long as you have the battle menu open, the battle will pause. Access the following sub-menus. We'll go over those later. Roles are interesting. The game will explain those in a second. It is also possible to change what character you control while the battle menu is open by using left and right on the D-pad, remember? Use this option when you wish to change without feeling rushed. Whoops. Go up to 20 of a usable item at a time. We'll go over that later, okay? We're reading too much. Let's actually walk around. I wanted to at least establish a baseline for some of the mechanics here, because while I'm wandering around, I'll be able to explain some of them, I guess. Here's the thing. As soon as we go out into the open world, you'll begin to see how the game runs. Now, if you played the Last Hope, you're starting to see a difference here. I press the options menu for the map, press the triangle button for the status screen. So where are we going? Check out the top. I can't zoom in, can I? Nope. Check out the top right corner of this mini map here, this full map. We are going to that star. There will be some walk and talk sequences, so fair warning. I'll also warn you that the voice acting is set for Japanese. The voice acting in this dialogue in this game is terrible. Now, it's a Star Ocean game, so I don't know what you expected. It's really bad. And some of the character design is really awful. And obviously the female characters look absolutely absurd. You'll be seeing them eventually. The first of them isn't so bad, but you know, it's Japan, so she's wearing a skirt. We'll get to the other characters a bit later. I'm only making a fuss about this because I've played plenty of Japanese RPGs. I know what to expect. And even by those standards, this is patently absurd. Let's keep moving. One thing you're noticing compared to Last Hope is that the graphics are far less detailed. Here's Miki right here. Whoop! Pop in on the assets. Go away.
どんなに危険か分かってるのか？危険だから行くんでしょ？夕べだって危なかったじゃない。一人じゃ行かせられない。わがまま言うな。私が危なくなったら助けてくれるって信じてるから。おい、ミキ。連れてってくれないなら一人で行くから。盗賊に捕まるかもしれないし、凶暴な動物に襲われるかもしれないけど、それでも行くから。決定事項だから。勝手にしろ。
I'm sorry, I can't see you. I'm walking away. I can't see you crying because you refuse to go away when I tell you to leave. Go away! I want to go with you! Go away. She cries. Alright, you've convinced me even though I can't see what you're doing. I guess I can hear you whimpering in the background. Thanks, Japan. You can switch characters during battle by pressing left or right on the D-pad. You've already gone over this. So that's good to know. Roles can be set for each individual character, and the roles characters play in the party affect their abilities and how they act during battle. You can make battles much easier by setting roles that play off each other, and you may set up to 4 roles per character. Please note the potency of certain role-specific factors may vary depending on the role, even if the effect is the same. I haven't had to do this yet. We'll probably end up doing it later. You can change the character's roles from the Set Roles menu under the Roles section of the main menu. You can only set a particular role for each character once you learn it, but only one character may use that role at a time. Know your role. When you set the role for one character that is already in use on another, the role will automatically be removed from the previous character. Wow. That's one way to handle AI. Pressing triangle during battle will bring up the battle menu, which contains various options that will aid you in your martial endeavors. As long as you have the battle menu open, the battle will pause. Access the following submenus to perform the corresponding actions. Synergy, their spells. Items, roles. You can set roles during combat, which is good. Set battle skills, that's good to know as well. Change the equipment your character is wearing in the middle of a fight, that's great. Well, there might be a cooldown on that, I'll check. You also might not be allowed to do it in the middle of swinging a weapon. Like if you're in long-range attack mode and you run towards an enemy to do a long-range attack, you might not be allowed to switch weapons during that. That makes sense. Let's see how it goes. It's also possible to change what character you control while the battle menu is open. Yeah, so use left or right on the D-pad to switch characters when the battle menu is open. Use this option when you wish to change without feeling rushed. Pausable real-time combat. Fine. No, up to 20 of a given usable item at a time. All weapons, armor, accessories, and valuables are unique, however, and thus you can only possess one of each item at a time. As for any other item, you can carry up to 99 of each at once. Anytime you... JRPG stuff. Anytime you obtain an item of which you already possess the maximum number allotted, it is immediately discarded. Roar. At least give people a choice to discard other things, I guess. Why? Moreover, you may possess... Like, what if you just leave it in the chest, like in Skyrim? Just leave it in the chest and let people come back later and say, would you like... In other words, if you pick up an item from a treasure chest and you have too much and you can't fit it on your person, just leave it in the treasure chest. Why does it have to be discarded automatically? It's because you forgot to check your inventory before you opened up a chest. Anyway. In the event that you acquire items that will put you over the category limit, you'll be asked to choose ones from your inventory to discard. Moreover, you may possess up to 199 items in each category. Ugh. Finally, please remember that you will lose any items that exceed those limits if you close the main menu, load save data, or quit the game before making room for them in your inventory. What? I don't know what that means. I've read that at least twice. I don't know what that means. Synergy is a type of battle skill that allows you to cast spells that rely on the power of signets. Signets? Signets? Only certain characters such as Miki can use Synergy. Characters who rely on martial arts, like Fidel, cannot. As with some special arts, you can cast Synergy by holding down X or circle. Beware, however, they may only map spells that target enemies to those buttons. Unlike special arts, though, you can also open the battle menu and select the Synergy section to cast spells you have learned. Oh, so... Does that mean healing spells can't be mapped to square or can't be mapped to X or circle? Yeah, I'm curious about that. That might be a Tales of Destiny. That may be a Tales of series kind of thing. Like Tales of Fantasia, Tales of Destiny, Tales of Zillia, all that stuff. By selecting the Set Battle Skills section of the battle menu, you can set whether or not the characters whom you are not currently control... Wait. You can set whether or not characters of whom you are not... Of whom. You can set whether or not characters of whom you are not currently in control can cast Synergy. I guess that's grammatically correct. Set whether or not characters that you are not currently controlling can cast... I'm not going to proofread. Characters with... Imagine all the complaints I'd be making during this video if I had to proofread the dialogue. Characters will use Synergy when this option is set to on, and they will not when it's set to off. That's a lot of... That's a big tutorial dump. Might as well read it all at once instead of piecemeal, I guess. Skill points denoted by the gem icon are a form of a currency required to learn and own specialties and roles. They're required at the end of battles. As specialties and roles are integral to adventuring in Faithlessness. It is in your best interest to increase their benefits by actively expending skill points. If you have many skill points, you have accrued. Look at the top of the screen for the aforementioned icon. You mean, well, we'll get to that later. You can unlock new roles by having new members join your party. We'll get to that later. Progressing the story or leveling up certain other roles. Simply unlocking a role, however, does not allow you to use it. You must first expend the requisite number of skill points and learn it. Know your role, learn your role. The roles active at the conclusion of the battle will become honed, and they level up after a certain amount of honing. In addition, you may level up roles by spending skill points. This may be done by selecting Learn Roles in the Roles section of the main menu. I'm not even going to worry about this. The combat sucks. You can unlock new roles. I've already done that. Specialties are skills that give your party advantages not necessarily associated with battle. For example, some allow you to require certain items, others give you more information on the minimap. They can be unlocked by various methods and are learned or leveled up by expending skill points. There are also books. I want to say there are books that you find on the open world that allow you to learn new stuff. So we'll see how that goes. You can view your party specialties and level them up in the specialties menu under the skills section of the main menu. Although most specialties are passive and take effect immediately upon learning them, press square while the aforementioned menu to use the ones that must be activated manually. Harvesting, yes, this is in the last Star Ocean game. Harvesting the types of glowing spots pictured below, scattered throughout the world, allows you to obtain different kinds of items. Green, plants and fruit. Yellow, natural resources. Blue, fishing spots. This is the Breath of Fire game. This is Dragon? No, it's Monster Hunter. Yeah, Monster Hunter. While the harvesting specialty allows you to harvest from certain locations, you must learn the excavation and fishing ones as well if you are to identify and harvest all from all possible locations in the world. You can learn harvesting right away as long as you have the SP, skill points, but you cannot unlock excavation and fishing until you progress in the game. Finally, the higher these specialties levels, the more you can gather. We're done, right? You cannot save in the open world. You must go to a save point, which is right up there. So we'll do that. Soundtrack by Sakuraba Motoi. That's right, Sakuraba bias all over this video. Unfortunately, it's what you would expect. It's Sakuraba Motoi doing his arranged music, which is to say lots of organ, lots of extra synth, and of course everyone's favorite bits. Wait, can I go back? Let me check on something. Okay, so I can go back to town, that's good. As long as I'm not locked out, I can save here. We're going to save over a bunch of stuff, so bear with me. We wasted a bunch of time, I'll be the first to admit that. That's our ground zero save, I guess. What a terrible exchange between Miki. That thing just made me mad. I'm like... By the way, she's supposed to be 18. Say whatever you want about millennial snowflakes, kids. That's not the problem with some stories in these Japanese RPGs. I'll just leave it at that. Once you either attack or are attacked by enemies while exploring, you will have encountered them and enter battle. To attack and initiate a battle, make sure an enemy has the target cursor over its head and press X or circle. Pressing square will not cause your character to attack, but will urge your allies to act. Okay. So I guess if I'm walking around with a mage who's not particularly strong, that might be the way to do it. If you strike before an enemy's notices, you'll be considered a preemptive attack, and your party's physical and magic attack will increase for a short period of time during the battle. Like in Valkyrie Profile, you press the button to swing your sword, you get the first strike. If enemies attack you to initiate an encounter, it'll be considered a surprise attack, and everyone in your party will have their physical defense reduced for a short period of time during that fight. Battles end once you've eliminated all the enemies, and at that time you will receive an amount of the following rewards based on your performance. Experience points, full money. Skill points allow you to better your characters. By moving your character outside the blue line representing the perimeter of the battle, the escape gauge will display and begin to fill. During this time, your allies will continue the fight. Once the escape gauge completely fills, your party can safely flee from battle. They will not, however, receive any gold or experience for their efforts. Moreover, any enemies you kill during that battle will respawn, so make sure to be on your guard even after you escape. Occasionally, battle perimeter will be red instead of blue. You can't run away in that case. This is usually powerful enemies, like mini bosses and really big enemies and such. Bosses, mini bosses, that kind of thing. Can't fall off the edge, which is great because I found it out the hard way. There are some there are some elevations in this game. There are some plateaus that are one-way drops. So if you fall down a plateau, you will not be able to come back up. Just saying. Nice. Really low polygon count out in the distance. This Tri-Ace is really serious about maintaining that 60 FPS if they can help it, all throughout this open world and in the combat, which I think is the reason why they dialed back on the detail and the geometry here, because Last Hope had much better detail than this game does. Oh well. We're gonna mash on that X button. Dash around. Yeah, holding down the square button to dash around. Let's clear out some enemies here. Mash on that X button. Knocked him over with a strong attack. I should probably mention that this game, I purchased this from a store. New. It was the day one edition, so they think it's a pre-order. It included a code that allowed me to download some DLC items, and it allowed me to also download some battle music, or some music from Valkyrie Profile 1 and Valkyrie Profile Samaria. So if you want to download Sakuraba Motoi's music onto this game, I'll probably be able to... In fact, if you want the code, I'll probably give you the code. My disc is offline. So if you really want the code, ask me for it. I'll give you the code that allows you to download that crap. It expires in 2021, so if you're watching this after 2021, assuming the country's still alive, we'll be able to download that code. Heck, assuming that Square Enix is still around, we might not be able to use that code. Top of the screen on the right-hand side, see the time? That's the amount of time I've been playing or reading. Next to that are the gems. I got 15 of them. Got gold right next to that. Got plenty of gold. So we have more than enough gold to regenerate our health. You cannot regenerate your health from save points, but you can regenerate it inside ends. Let me do a quick check on something. I want to confirm that I'm right about that. Saving your game. Save your progress by examining save points that are located at ends and out in the wilderness. You just saw one a few minutes ago. During cutscenes, however, they will glow red, meaning you're unable to use them. Okay. Maps. Let's see. Destination was transferred situation. You can adjust the size by pressing the trackpad. To view the full map, press the options button. You will not be able to view this map in every area. Moreover, you will not be able to move while the map is open. It's not too bad, but the mini-map's kind of small, so I'll be the first to admit that. Let me do a quick check on something. How far away from the save point? Oh, by the way, you can press up on the D-pad, up or down on the D-pad to zoom in close. Press down to zoom out. We'll see if that makes a difference here. I don't know if that makes a difference to performance, but you might want to be able to look around. Let me see if I can get my she's wearing a skirt because it's Japan, and you know, any female character who's wearing a skirt in these Japanese RPGs, that means you're gonna have to show some. You have to show some self-control. Let's just put it that way. Let's see. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, can we heal ourselves? No, we're not healed. So we're gonna have to use items or go back to the inn. Not wild about that. So let me check my experience levels. Square. So we can switch between these characters. You can switch between close-up or medium shot and a long shot. That's basically what matters here. I can't make sense of the eyes. We're not going to complain about eyes in Japanese RPGs, are we? These are unusually weird. Miki's eyes are unusually beady. Don't know how I feel about that. What was I thinking of? Experience needed, 37. How much did we get from that last fight? I don't remember. 33 experience. So we both have the same amount of experience, but she needs more than he does to level up. That's Really weird. Rolls, attacker and healer. That makes perfect sense. For now, anyway. Okay. Check out a couple of other things. Nope. Let's see. Equipment. You don't have to worry about that. Nah. Someone remove Sakuraba's digits from the keyboard. He's having an epileptic seizure again, apparently. He gets the music in him. He doesn't know when to let up on the self-expression, shall we say. I guess he's always been a jazz man at heart. Anyway, he loves to noodle around with that keyboard, doesn't he? Sakuraba's next level, I'm telling you. Sometimes he really needs to be reined in. He's like Arnold Schwarzenegger with a machine gun sometimes. Over here. Can't go that way. Oh, here we are. Yeah, duh. See that little notch in the map right here? That's how we found the treasure chest. Blackberries. Best kind of berries. Okay, let's dial out. We've been playing for much longer than I expected, so we're going to have to make this video shorter than I expected. That's okay. We're going to dodge these. It's not dodge. Okay. They attacked me first, apparently. Look out. There we go. Okay, back. Okay, that's bad. Okay, you can target enemies with L1 and R1. We're going to choose that one, but Miki's not looking too good. She's going to have to heal herself. You're going to heal yourself or what, Miki? Yeah, that aura around me means I'm charging up a strong attack with the circle butt, which is about 40 to 80% stronger, I want to say. You have to telegraphs a bit, though. 21 experience from that mob, so that means we're going to level up the next mob, I guess. 12 crystals. Okay, so let me do a quick check. Let's see. Set battle skills. Just a second. Those are Miki's attacks. She's supposed to heal, by the way. Specialties. No, I'm not going to learn harvesting. So I might actually. I could get harvest. Why not? We'll get some more later. Let's see. Doesn't tell you what it does. Here it is. Harvest. It's on the bottom of the screen. Your likelihood of success increases with the level of the skill, but I haven't seen any harvesting around. We'll worry about that later. Use. Okay, Miki will be fine, I guess. Second. Learn. Already learned these. Source signets, restorative signets. Don't possess the skill book, huh? So I can't enhance it, basically. That's okay. Next. I wonder if you can hear the music, actually. Oh, we got a harvesting point. But I got a harvesting point? Well, I got the blueberry from there, right? Yeah, I got the blueberry from here already. No, I didn't. Okay, I confused that with the treasure chest. Harvest. Oh, so I got experience. That's good. So I'm not just harvesting worthless crafting items. I'm actually harvesting something useful. Map. Can't see the harvesting items on here, huh? I guess they show up on the mini-map. Trackpad. Okay, so we use the trackpad to find this stuff. And there was also a treasure. I can't open this treasure chest, I don't think. Yeah, the game implies that I need a key, which I'm like, are there keys in this game? Let me confirm something here. Locations, percentages, organizations, techniques and theories. Lore. Star Ocean lore, the worst kind of lore. Okay, so let me check on something. Using left and right on the D-pad to page up and page down. So where does the game explain treasure chests? Again, it would be nice if, like, the game explained why those treasure chests had keyholes on them. Like, why are they locked? What do I need to unlock them is the question I would obviously ask. Here we have a floating fish. This is the Darius game all of a sudden. I mean, it's fish in space. I mean, instead of having fish in space, you have fish literally floating on land. Like, floating. Like, not swimming, just floating. Look at all these these land crabs make perfect sense. Land fish? We have lungfish, they're a thing. I'm quite aware of them. Okay, we're gonna level up in a second. Got my preemptive attack going on. You see what's going on? Everything here is in the open world. Okay, give me it. Yeah, heal yourself, alright? Let me take care of that fish. He's attacking Miki. Marine Reaper. And we don't fear Reapers. I'm mashing on attack buttons here, and I'm occasionally pressing circle. Level up. What she said. Can I switch between languages during the... Probably not. Nope, can't switch. I can only switch in the main menu, which is fine. Let's see, Square. 48, 41. So we'll be fine. How are we on? Okay, we have enough magic, I guess, so we're fine. Wait, forgot the harvesting item. It's over here. Let's take on the fish. Why not? Where's the next save point, by the way? Come on, bud. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to. Yeah, that's right. I forget. There's actually a save point in the coast of Minos over there on the far eastern side of the map. The problem is that there's no place to regenerate your health. So we're not going to be able to get very far in this video. We'll stick to this passage. What do you call this? Where are we located? The passage on the cliff. So we'll stick to this passage for this video. Then we'll explore the coast of Minos later. I honestly don't want to... Actually, I'll level up. I'll tell you what. I'll heal myself once, then advance the game. Because I want to get... We have some extra party members coming, and I want to get there as soon as possible. I don't want to waste too much time leveling up. Okay, let's press the triangle button for a second. Back out, back out. Okay. Triangle. Press left or right on the D-pad to switch characters. What do we recommend? Well, let's stay away from Miki. So I can be the decoy. Wait, wrong button. Thanks for the heal. Okay, let's do this. Now escaping. Ow, ow, ow! Mash on those buttons. There is an area of effect going on here, so you can't attack multiple enemies at once, but again, because of this freaking camera constantly shifting around the entire time, we got a problem. Let me zoom out a bit and lock on. Locking on doesn't help, because the camera's constantly moving around. So I'm locking on the enemy, but the camera's still roaming around. It's very annoying. And I zoomed out as much as I could, but the camera's still jumping around all the time. By the way, check out the ground. See the pebbles on the ground here? As soon as I move, really bad streaking going on, so it's weird. You might not be able to see it, but it's going to kill my bit rate because, yeah, it just looks awful. So when you're standing still, I guess the textures look okay, but when you start moving, they really get uglified. So, I don't know if they're using dynamic resolution scaling all the time, but the grass doesn't look that great. The rocks look okay, I guess, but the characters don't look that great. So yeah, they dialed back a lot to get this 60 FPS. Which I guess is okay, it's what you want. For the better, this game really needs the much better camera. Which again proves that frame rate isn't everything if, you know, the camera doesn't work properly and combat isn't sufficiently strategic enough. Which Star Ocean, The Last Hope had pretty much. Got 6 experience for that. So I guess once I level up harvesting, I'll be able to gather more from that stuff. I wonder if that stuff regenerates. So the question is, do I really need that stuff now, or can I harvest it later? It'd be nice to know if it respawned. I don't know. Okay, how are we on magic? Because she's going to have to go back to town. Okay, so we'll head back to town pretty shortly. So she doesn't get her magic points back when she levels up. That stinks. Okay, let's see. 90 experience needed. 90 and 79. So maybe a couple, maybe about 3 more mobs, maybe 4 will help us level up. So we'll pick a few more fights. Fish scales. Okay, we'll take on these dudes. What up? Okay, I couldn't initiate. That's okay, we'll just mash on the attack button. It doesn't matter. Ow, ow! Again, camera's not great, so you're gonna have to dodge on your own. There we go. Wrong guy. That was the problem. I targeted the wrong dude. Back out, back out, back out. There we go. Okay, it's on. Going down, son. Okay, so how are we on magic? Running out. Okay. Not a lot of options here. We have to leave. Though to be honest, it might be good if she doesn't have magic, because it means we'll die in the next area more quickly. Okay, so we'll do a shit. Oh, let me at least get to a save point. Then we'll determine if we want to go back and get some health. How are we on? I forgot to check the experience we earned during that fight, by the way. Yeah, not that much, but again, 3 more mobs should get us over the top. Not that option. Map. Can't zoom in here. Let's see if we can go down. I'm gonna cheat. See the mini map up there? We're gonna go south. That might be a one-way drop, but I'm fairly certain it's a one-way drop. Nope. We just can't drop here. Which is fine, I guess. Map. We're still a bit away from the coast of Minos. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to try and bum rush through this stuff. We're high enough level, I think. We're going to do a lot more leveling up when we get the extra characters, because it'll be easier for us to do certain things. Am I going the right way? Second. Because I thought it was just over here. Missed a treasure chest. Give me a second. Let me get that treasure chest. Dilute. Not there. Where is it? Up and around. Fine. We'll go up and around. This way. Not that way. Up here. That's the way I didn't go. So I need to go this way then. I haven't gone up here yet. So I want to see if there's an enemy in here. So next time we'll just bum rush through everybody. Here they come. Preemptive attack. Knock them back on the shelf. Healer Keeley. Okay, look out. We're going to go around. Haha, you suck. Got behind him. Positioning kind of matters, but this isn't exactly, Xenoblade Chronicles we're playing here. Get him up in the air. They're still attacking Yuki, though, so we got a problem, yeah. Okay. So we're going to need about 2 more mobs to level up. Okay, where's the treasure? It's around here. Yeah, it's around here somewhere. How are we on health? Miki needs to heal herself. Let's see. Use healing. 100 HP. 6 magic points. Let's just look. This is healer. We don't have to deal with this. Okay. She's basically full on because I used too much. She's almost out of magic though. She won't be able to attack anybody, so hold on to that. Guess the way to the... We'll go to the treasure chest first. Probably can't even open it. Okay, let's see. Arcane bracelet. I think that's for her, actually. Yeah, it amplifies MP, so it's basically for me. Increases max MP by 3%. Yay. 197. So it went up by like 3 magic. It went up by like 6 magic points. So it's like 1 extra spell. 1 extra healing spell, basically. Like, wow, man. Maybe later that'll matter. Okay, let's finish him off. Got him in the air. That was a circle followed by an X, I think. So that's how you do that. We're still mashing on attack buttons, to be brutally honest here. Okay, so we're about to run out of time, so we'll probably head back to the village. Yep. We got a save point over there. But, again, Miki's out of magic, so we won't be able to do much leveling up. So we'll head back to town. Actually, how do we get out of here? Can we drop here? We can't drop here, I bet. So we'll probably get into a couple more fights. Yeah, I can't drop here. We'll get into a couple more fights. On our way back to town, then we have to... I guess we don't have to level up. Let me see if we got... Did we get any items here from enemies? Recover MP. No, we got plenty of blackberries, so that's good. I guess I can just do that. I didn't want to use them. Survive, recover HP. Okay, that'll help. That'll get us to our destination for now. If we get some more blackberries, that'll help. How many do I only used 1, right? Yeah. If we get more blackberries, great. Otherwise, we gotta head back to town and completely recharge ourselves. These enemies are pretty tough. So give me a second. Okay, we're gonna fight them, whatever. Get them in the air. They wilt, these turtles are literally turtles. And again with the camera sucks. I think I broke a guard. Down he goes, ow! Yeah, that one's going down in a second. Down he goes. Okay, you had to break that guard. So he broke his guard by doing a circle button strong attack. He's out. So Miki didn't use that much magic. And we leveled up. Nearly 40 experience that time. So how we doing? Okay, we got enough health. So we're going to the next area. We'll circle back around once we save. We're going to make a beeline for that. Not this way. Kind of weird there's so many dead ends in this game. With no treasure chests or harvesting points either. When you have a map, like you can get lost, right? Even the Japanese version you can, I don't know. There are a couple of dead ends we're going to have to investigate later. There might just be ways to avoid enemies, I don't know. Okay, so here we are in the next area, so we're going to finish up this video pretty soon. We're running out of time. There's your save spot. Right here. So before we end the video, I'm going to show you a bit. We're going to tease. Load. Okay, we're gonna load an earlier game. So like I said, we're gonna cheat. Because I basically just did a mad rush through the first hour or so of the game. The first hour and a half, basically. Oh, the music's getting louder. Give me a second. Turn that down a bit, shall we? See these 4 characters here? Yeah, this is going to be our tease, boys. Yeah. I don't even want to know. Next, Victor. He's half mecha, basically. But anyway, I guess we'll play along. So these 2 characters will join our party shortly, but they will not stay for very long. Let me show you something that's kind of annoyed me. Let's leave. I was going to show you this. Guess I'm always controlling what's his name. Yeah, there's, what's her name? Yeah, let's get out of here. I'm gonna avoid making comments. She has a tail. She has a tail. Why do I even bother? Just a second. Okay, let me mention something here. Yeah, she has a tail. See that? She has a tail coming out of her backbone. Anyway, we're moving along. And she has physics. Press the map button. You cannot leave town. So basically, this save point is basically worthless. So we'll come back to this game later. I'm not expecting to spend much time with it. It's kind of a mess. The combat camera is really nasty. I don't think I'm going to be able to deal with it. But I'll give this game another hour or so when I practice with these other two characters. You join my party of 4, and we'll see how it goes.